Now let's talk about the end game. If this time the Israel and Americans go for it, do you think they will settle for the present regime to stay there? Now, the only way the present regime can stay there if they agree no enrichment. They allow on-the-spot inspectors coming from any country, mostly Americans and Israelis, to inspect and make sure there's no such thing. Secondly, no missiles. Thirdly, end through the surrogate warfare like Hamas, Hezbollah, the Shiite militia, the support of the BLA, the support of the TTP, and TTP attacks into Central Asia. They have to cut that stuff out. Whether they can do it or it's in their DNA, that's another issue. But whatever is going to be happening, it will be done verifiably. No such thing, oh yes, we trust you. No, it's going to be verified. There'll be inspectors. They'll be going down there and taking out those facilities, including all the bases where BLA and the TTP guys are being funded by our great neighbor, India. Now, let me give you some. Iran considers oil as the most potent weapon, especially its control over the northern parts of the Gulf of Hormuz, which is approximately 21 million barrels passed daily, roughly 21% of the global production. This waterway is just 24 miles wide at the narrowest, one of the most critical energy choke points. Iran has repeatedly threatened to close the straits. This could involve mining the highway, attacking tankers, missiles, drones, and potentially sinking weapons to block shipping channels. Now, most people, they'll be expecting it, and they'll go around this issue. So as opposed to sinking tankers and stuff, they just took over 2 tankers. I don't know where they are, but I am sure the Americans are watching it very carefully. Iran thinks by shutting the Straits of Hormuz, they would fracture the international coalition. You mean the Europeans, the neighbors, the Americans will say, okay, now you have 8, 9 bombs worth of uranium. Okay, we are blackmailed and you can have 100, 200, but 5 years from now. I don't think so. I think there's no negotiation on that issue with the Europeans or the Americans or the Saudis or even Chinese don't like to have these guys running around with nukes. And if they cause some disruption, there definitely would be an effect on oil prices, probably going up to about 200. Maybe not. I think definitely would be some effect. How quickly Americans and their allies move to alleviate that, the Gulf of Hormuz, would be a big point to remember. Now, this also carries a risk. Obviously, whenever this occurs, it's also going to take out the Iranian economy, which is already reeling. And I think they're just going to go in a free fall. The war is going to put them in free fall, the Iranians. Yeah. Endgame. Iran's endgame is that the allies and the rest will get blackmailed on the economic issue and they will call it quits. However, threatening global supplies, I think the world will move in a fashion so that Iranians cannot do that again. And for that, I would like to bring to the forefront another map I normally share a lot, just to let you know that the Persian-speaking area is very around Tehran, and out of the 90 million, only 50 million are Persian-speaking. The rest are non-Persian-speaking people. So you're looking, if an American campaign gets extended, which reports are that they might, Israel also wants that. You may look at balkanization of Iran. And I think you may look at warlordism also there, just like in Libya. There are people who would say this will cause instability, but I'll say this. Americans and Israelis are not looking to stabilize Iran. The era of stability is gone. If you have the force, you'll stay and you can be stable. If you don't have it, welcome to instability. And that's what is the whole game. Now, the latest report is that talks are done and the Iranians saying, oh, we have progress. But I think from the American side and the Israeli side are saying they're not making any headway. So they might be moving towards a strike. Now, in this, as I said, Israel is an outlier. If they see Americans moving away from it, they're going to move in and attack. And Iranians want American assurance Israel will not attack. But I don't think the Israelis are going to wait for it. They have basically a situation where the global world cannot accept them having nukes, having missiles, and creating havoc with asymmetric warfare in all their neighboring countries, including Muslim countries. And people are pretty fed up with that.